because I'm going to post this on Blackboard. Okay, so now we're going to do a line that's perpendicular through a point on the line. So I'm going to say I want a line, we're going to call this A and B, and they're going to say, like a question like this, make a line perpendicular to point A that goes through point A but is perpendicular to line segment AB. So in order to do that, I have to have some distance over here on another line for myself. And I have to find a point that is the same distance from A on the right and the left. Okay? We have a handy dandy compass that can always do that for us.
I like Dora Explorer.
So there's one side.
Will it say perpendicular
through a point on the line.
Wait.
However big you want. Just a little distance, but we want to make sure that it's the same distance from here to here as it is from here to here. Okay? So now I have 2 points that are the same distance from A. So guess what we're going to do now? The perpendicular 3 steps again. We're going to make our fish, make the arc on one side, make the arc on the other, and then we're going to connect them and we're going to have a line perpendicular through A. So what do we do to do that again? We go a little bit. Now this is going to be exactly on A because we just did it. So you've got to extend it a little bit. This, when we did this, and I hear Angie going, I don't understand. We made these, right? Correct?
Yeah.
So does it make sense that when I go back, this is going to be the exact same distance again because I just made this point, I just made it with the compass. So I've got to make it a little bigger now. So now we do our fish. Now remember on the SOL they don't show you the fish, they just show you the X's on the top and the bottom. And yeah, I like to call it that. That's true, the Jesus fish. Just because it is that's where the name came from. It was a biblical reference. So there's my points. Please focus. You're driving me nuts that you won't focus today. Makes it really hard to see today. There we are, better. When my arm's under there, it likes it. When it's not under there, it's crazy. All right, so I made the fish, right? So remember on your SOL, they're just going to show you the X up here and the X down there. And then you're just going to make your line. And it's perpendicular through A. I'm trying to make it so you all can see it because it's being crazy right now. Okay? Now, sometimes that's what they're going to ask you to do. Can you see it at all? It's kind of being funky.
So hard.
Is that Coke?
Diet Coke. Okay? Now, what's the next one? Oh, angle bisectors. Yay! Angle bisectors are fun. We need an angle, and I'm going to make my angle kind of big here. What I want to do is I'm going to say, hey, let's cut this angle in exactly the same, in half. First thing I do, and I'm just going to walk you through this once and we'll do it again. I need an arc to give me some points that are the same distance on this line. So once I've done that, I know this point, and let's call him A, and this point B are the same distance from vertex C. That makes sense, right? You all fine with that? Now I got to find the middle, the distance between A and B that's the same. Compasses are handy for that. You put your pointy end on one of the points. I'm going to choose B first. And I'm going to draw out here to the side. I'm going to make I'm walking all over the place. I'm going to make an arc. I know all of those points on that arc are the same distance from B. So now I'm going to come over here on A, and I'm going to make another arc. I know all of those points are the same distance from A. And where it meets is a point that is the same distance from B and A. We're going to do it again. Relax.
look at the crap. Like,
There's my point, and I'm going to come from C through that point, and I will be bisecting this angle. And we know that this is congruent to that. So let me walk you through the steps again. This was step 1. Then we did step 2 here, step 3, and drawing the line with step 4. And this is an angle bisector. Let's do it one more time. Remember, I'm going to post these videos. You can go home and do it all day long if you really want. Or just watch it over and over. It's fine. You don't have to be, you just have to recognize it, okay? So let's do another angle over here. And this time I'm going to do a big obtuse angle. You do not have to do an obtuse angle. They're a pain. I don't like doing them the first time because they're huge. What was step 1? Find points on both lines that are the same distance. I'm going to turn it sideways just because it's so big. I'm going to make my arc, and it goes all the way. And yes, it does take practice. This does not happen easily. Now I have point A and point B that are the same distance from point C. What did we do for step 2? Oh, we found an arc out here in the middle from point B. So let's do that again. Now, you need to recognize, is that even halfway? I'm off the picture. Is that even halfway across that arc? No, I'm going to have to make it bigger. I'm going to make it really big, and this is the problem with obtuse angles. You're going to have to make a big arc. Come over to B. Do it again. Oh, look, they still meet. Yay. There's my point. Here's my bisector. That X can be anywhere. Wherever they cross is your point. They can meet just at a little tiny piece at the end, and that's fine. That's all you need. You just need to know where they touch. Okay? But if you see an X out here in the middle, they're probably bisecting that angle. Now, I know on one of the SOL, the technology enhanced items we've given you, they gave you a 2-step construction. They wanted you to bisect an angle and then copy the angle. So think back to what we did when we copied the angle. Once you bisected it, you'd have to go and put it somewhere else. So sometimes constructions, just like math problems, they can be multi-layer. Watch for a couple of other. You guys have seen several constructions today. Watch for some other ones that that will help you as far as understanding how to do them. If the compass is driving you crazy, it's okay. Watching how to do it is all you have to be able to really do. If you know the steps, you're going to be in good shape on those ones where they give you X's and things like that. All right. Have a nice weekend.